Ladies and gentlemen, and my friend Timmy, today's topic isn't just hot off the electric press, it's also wrapped in leather, dressed like a motorcycle, and apparently thinks it's James Dean reincarnated as an electric bicycle. Yes, we're talking about the Origine from Atelier Heritage Bike, an electric bicycle that looks like it should be parked outside a diner in 1952. Next to a jukebox and a guy named Hank smoking a pipe while fixing a jukebox inside the diner. Before we dive into this beautiful disaster, smash that subscribe button like Timmy smashed his uncle's lawnmower trying to turn it into a hovercraft. Don't ask. So, let's talk tech, because behind the fake gas tank and that glorious vintage motorcycle aesthetic is a beastly drivetrain powered by the Valeo Cyclee system. We're looking at 750 watts of continuous power with peak output above 1000 watts and a torque rating of 130 newton meters. That's 96 pound-feet. For those of us who still think in inches, feet, and how many beers it takes to haul a trailer uphill. This Valeo system has 7 automatic gears built into the motor block, adapting to rider strength, cadence, uphill battles, and probably to whatever excuse Timmy gives when he says he accidentally biked into a wedding tent. It shifts gears smoother than my neighbor Hank after his 3rd black coffee in a thermos. And believe me, Hank once built a barbecue grill out of a satellite dish, so he knows smooth. The frame? Good old chromoly steel, which is basically like hiring a bodyguard made of vintage refrigerators. Heavy? Yes. Sturdy? Definitely. Outdated? Some would say so, but I say, hey, if it works for medieval swords and muscle cars, it can carry my 45-year-old knees to the grocery store just fine. Now the aesthetics. Leather saddle? Yes. Curved tubing like a bobber? Oh yes. A front headlamp that looks like it wants to tell ghost stories around a campfire? Also yes. The Origine is the kind of electric bicycle that shows up wearing a tuxedo to a vegan barbecue. Stylish, confusing, and probably overpriced. And now, dear viewer, let's talk about the one thing that made me spit out my coffee and scare the neighbor's cat. The price. The Origine starts at €10,000, which is about $11,300. Give or take how well the euro slept last night. That's for the basic version, mind you. Add a leather upgrade and some carbon fiber fenders, and suddenly you're riding a bicycle. That costs more than Timmy's divorce. And he's never even been married. Oh, and did I mention the weight? 32 kilograms. That's 71 pounds of retro styling and financial guilt. This thing weighs more than the average 12-year-old with a lunchbox. But I guess that's what happens when you mix a steel frame, a 630 watt-hour battery, a carbon belt from Gates, and enough vintage flair to make Elvis reincarnate as a delivery driver. Now don't get me wrong, I like it. I do. It's charming. It's different. It looks like it could be in a Wes Anderson movie about electric cowboys. But it's not for everyone. If you're the kind of person who yells at clouds and still uses a rotary phone, maybe save your 11 grand. If you're like Bob, you'll say it's a government tracker disguised as a bicycle. If you're like Hank, you'll try to build one from a treadmill and a leaf blower. And if you're like Timmy, well, you'll probably crash it into a duck pond while trying to deliver sushi on Uber Eats. The Origine is wild, weird, and wonderfully over the top. Like a style grandpa who swears he once rode with Evel Knievel, but can't remember if it was a dream. There's a link to the official product in the video description if you want to take out a second mortgage and join the cult of vintage electric bicycle. Hipsters. And before we roll away, if you enjoy this kind of chaos and comedy, you can now become a sponsor of our channel for just $1 a month. That's less than the price of Timmy's fishing bait, which he claims caught a trout the size of his torso. But let's be honest, it was probably a wet sock. The link's in the description, and so is our sanity, somewhere. See you on the next ride. And remember, ride safe, ride smart, and never lend your electric bicycle to Timmy.